I put my emotions behind me, balled my fists decisively, and leapt towards Mirror.
Just only the 1 minute now is remaining. Give or take a few seconds. My watch is a little slow sometimes.
The memory collector's countdown echoed in my ears. Did it now. Oh, Haruna. Haruna smiled as she watched Yamato fly away. She didn't want him to worry. She wanted him to fight without fear. When she had taken Mirror's attack to protect Yamato, she had realized the end was near. Even with the power of the Stryker system, there was no way her slender body could withstand Mirror's relentless attacks. I know I'll be okay, but because Yamato-kun's fighting for justice. The accumulated damage had taken what time still remained to her, and when she gave up Taizan to Yamato, she had known she was out of time. I wish I could have had more time to talk. She looked up at Yamato and shone like a star up in the sky. Her tears streamed down her smiling cheeks. After school, I'd go to the cafe, and Yamato-kun would be there, like always. I'd tell everyone what happened at school. The teacher asked him a question, and then scolded him for giving a silly answer. That silly answer, boy. Still smiling, Haruna began to fade. Oh, Haruna. Yamato-kun would act annoyed, but he'd still be smiling. On the weekends, we'd go on dates, and even though we didn't have any money, and then spend our nights chatting at the cafe. And that's not all. We'd also have coffee. Aww. I really did. What to do? I really wanted to do those things with you. Oh. Haruna watched her hero marching into the fight. Then her body faded into the ether. All that remained were her tears on the ground. And the ones on my cheeks, oh my goodness. Meanwhile, Roche and Mirror's duel was coming to a close. You bastard. Come up with your own techniques, would you? How does it feel to be murdered by your own techniques? Oh. The twin sets of swords clashed together, ringing out through the night sky, but it was clear that Roche's swords couldn't measure up to Mirror's in power. Even as the two clashed, he found himself driven back. You fool! I told you! I can predict your every move! Mirror knocked Roche's sword from his hand, then charged in to run him through. But Roche didn't dodge. Instead, he flew straight at Mirror, unarmed. Oh! God damn it! 7 swords skewered Roche's body. Oh, what can you do without a weapon? Are you trying to kill yourself? Mirror sneered at him and brought his hand down as casually as if he were swatting a fly. The next moment, there was a sound of steel tearing through flesh. Mirror's fingers flew from the air. At some point, an 8th sword had appeared in Roche's hand. Yeah, whoever said I only had 7 swords, huh? Impossible! How could you, a weakling like you? Mirror stood looking dumbfounded as the stumps of his severed fingers. Hey, quit your whining, would you? You only lost a couple of fingers, huh? Roche scowled and spat away his cigarette. The tip of it touched his blade. The edge of the blade was wreathed in a sudden flame. Roche held it aloft. How dare you! How dare you take my fingers! Mirror thrust both hands towards Roche. In that moment, the 7 swords sank deeper into Roche's body. A geyser of blood erupted. Flesh went flying, but nevertheless, Roche swung his flaming sword. Oh, goodness gracious, Mirror getting his chomped on. Oh, your whole arm. Wow. Their two forms passed each other in the air. This time, it was Mirror's right arm that went flying. Hey, take that, you punk. His entire body skewered, bleeding from numerous cuts. Roche began plummeting to earth. On his face was an expression of contentment. Hey, that one was for you, Phoenix. If we're gonna die, we're taking his arm with him. With us? I don't know. We're gonna kill this motherfucker at some point. I mean, it may not be me. It's probably gonna be Yamato. But, you know, listen, alright. We're gonna die, but we took his arm. Yamato's gonna finish the job. I have every faith. But for the moment, as I fade away into nothingness with swords going through my whole body, I'm a happy man. As he plummeted towards the earth, the light of his body suddenly dimmed. And dimmed. And dimmed. Suddenly, he was gone, as if he'd never been there at all. Only a faint glow like that of a firefly spiraled through the air below. The light soon vanished, too. The last trace of Roche's existence was snuffed out from the world. It hurts. It hurts. Mirror howled as he pressed his hand up against his severed arm. His maturity had regressed to grade schooler's level. He didn't know how to deal with such pain. Even in his agony, though, the image of Roche's disappearance was burned into his mind. He disappeared. He really disappeared. Am I going to disappear too? Just like Roche did? Just now? Something had penetrated the armor over his heart. The fear of death began to overtake him, and a cat meowed very, very loudly. Come on, Chopper, get out of here. Come on, Jack, go. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Thank you for your interest. Ooh. How did it end up this way? I just wanted to be a superhero. Yeah, that's the problem, Mirror. Uh-oh. Stay away! Stay away! Oh! Oh, goodness gracious. Yamato is kicking some butt now. How can this be? Justice is on my side. Justice will always prevail in the end. That's it. Justice is made by the winner. Of course it is. Now make it so. My finishing move is super powerful. Anyone who touches it is gonna explode. So let's gonna have a game of chicken, huh? You idiot. You're gonna throw something like that in the city? And you call yourself a hero? I'm faster than you. Die, Yamato. I've won this time. Oh, it was very loud. Oh, my poor mother. Yes. You and me both, Mirror. Oh, through his whole body. We just punched through his whole rib cage. I just wanted to be a hero. Please, understand, please. Yeah, I understand. I understand completely. Oh my. Oh dear. With no one to sustain it, Mirror's ball of energy burst outward. Yamato's vision went white.
With 3 seconds to spare, you have done very well, Yamato-kun.
Within the blinding radiance of, he heard the memory collector's soft words. And a bit of a burp. Asparagus. My leash! Seeing the flickering light above, Jack broke off his attack. Oh, did we actually lose? The Bubble-Horn cyborg sat down in exhaustion. Her comrades Orson and Joseph were already gone, and they had vanished during the duel with Jack. Huh. Well, it's disgraceful, I tell you, being the lone survivor. Cut me down, then. I have no more reason to live. Murray bowed her head, preparing for her execution. After a moment's consideration, Jack shook his head and sheathed his blade. To live needs no reason. Jack turned his back on her, then vanished. Oh, for Christ... Meanwhile, elsewhere in town, a little girl pulled herself from the rubble of a building. It was the girl Duran saved from before he had disappeared. Oh! As the girl tried to catch her breath, a shining light in the sky caught her attention. She watched the aurora for a moment, then remembered the man who had saved her. Oh, mister! Look! Look, it's so pretty! She looked around and called out, but no one was there. Mister? Mister, where are you? That cat is trying to get in that door right now. Yeah, I hear you, Jack. Meanwhile, Rin watched Mirror's defeat from the town below. Colonel Mirror... Even after the brilliant light had faded, her eyes remained focused on the sky. Solidity had returned to her body. Tears ran ceaselessly down her cheeks. Rin had wandered the town looking for Mirror, but all she had seen was the disappearance of her beloved comrades. No one answered her calls, though, through her transmitter. They all disappeared. I'm all alone. Rin was at a loss. She couldn't do more than stand there. A feeling of total loneliness, uncertainty about the future, sadness about the loss of her friends, cut cruelly through her bosom. Her bosom? Why did they all have to leave me behind? How am I supposed to go on, all by myself? Ow! Rin! A sudden voice caught Rin's attention. She looked up to see Sayaka waving and running to her. Aw, Sayaka-chan for the rescue. Hey, I thought that was you. I swore I saw you on my way to the shelter, but I could hardly believe it. Sayaka-chan? How did you hurt yourself? You look like you're all alone. Where are all your roommates at? Oh dear. Yeah. She buried her face in Sayaka's chest, and who wouldn't, and cried her heart out. Sayaka, unsure of what to say, merely hugged her tightly. Ow. Don't worry, Rin. You still have your friends. At last, the light was gone, leaving behind the faint purple of a dawning sky. You got me, and Haruna, she's definitely around here somewhere, I'm sure, and Yamato, he'll never turn on you. It was the sign that Dengeki Stryker's battle was over. Was it? Is it? I don't know what's going to happen. 1 week later. Yuki, Daisuke, and Hiromi were still staying in Yamato's apartment because, well, I don't know, really. For the life of me, I cannot remember what we were doing here. Oh, you wanted to come to the city because you were worried about your poor little boy. You know, I keep telling you, he's fine on his own. He doesn't need us. He's said as much. He's like, Mom, I don't need you in my life anymore. Remember this? All these things he has said to me. Well, I mean, that sounds like something I'd say, but... Daisuke looked down at the city through the window, scratching his head. The town was still recovering from, the mirror incident, and the scars of battle had yet to heal. But it's really awful. We sure picked a bad time to come to the city. Oh, I suppose it's true. It really was a mess back there. For such a long time, really. A series of terrorist bombings? I don't know what the world is coming to. Neither do I, sweetie. Neither do I. Daisuke didn't remember a thing about Dengeki Stryker. It wasn't just his own story. He'd forgotten that his son was Stryker, as well as everything about the duel that had unfolded. He didn't even realize that Rin and the new waitress at the Cafe Ichimonji, he didn't even realize that Rin, the new waitress at Cafe Ichimonji, was a character that he had created. It wasn't just Daisuke, though. The memory of the Balborn cyborgs had been completely erased from everyone's memory. Only those deeply involved in the incident, like Yamato, Hiromi, and Jack, had any memory of the situation. Did Rin? Hey, this is something I've been wondering about. Did Yamato draw this manuscript? Oh, you really did forget, didn't you? That's so precious of you. No, that's your magnum opus, you know. I mean, you did that. That's all you. It's all your opus of magnumnesses. Huh. I don't remember drawing it. Daisuke flipped hastily through the scripts. He was instantly intrigued and began reading it, avidly. Wow, this is a great story. And you're saying I drew all of this? Yo, you did, sweetie. Yes, you did. There was many hours, many nights spent just sitting there with your crayons in your study there, while I was sat in the bedroom, just sort of waiting. Man, like maybe this is the day Daisuke will come back to bed with me. But no, you just stayed there in your room drawing your little pictures. Wow. I mean, it does seem like the kind of story I'd write. Yeah, doesn't it just? By the way, where is Yamato? Now he's off brooding again, doing his brooding thing. You know, he's been so broodful lately. I mean, imagine he's back at the same old place, probably at maybe Cafe Ichimonji, I don't know. Maybe he's sitting there just ogling that ring girl. I mean, she's very pretty, you know, with her purple hair. Well, I don't know what's bothering him, but I'm sure he'll get over it. Oh, I wouldn't be so sure. I mean, he lost the love of his life. And, I mean, you wouldn't know what that's like because you never really loved me as much as I've loved you. But if I lost you, I would be heartbroken for ages. Kids have a habit of growing up without telling us, don't they? Hey, what's this now? Does this story just end here? Oh, yeah, you never finished drawing it, sweetie. I mean, you were very busy, and then, I mean, I don't know, you kind of went into a depression for a little while, and then our poor boy disappeared for a while, and then I didn't know what to do anymore, so I kind of hid it, and then you found it again, and then you were going to draw some more, but then you didn't. I don't know what's going on with it. In that case, well, maybe I ought to finish it now. Huh. The sky was blue. White clouds drifted by. As usual, I was sitting by the river, just looking out over it. How many days had it been? I'd grown sick of counting. My liege, prithee, accompany me on patrol. I can't, Jack. Then join me for intelligence gathering. No. The battle had ended, but all that remained for me now was a lifetime without Haruna. I hadn't made it in time, after all. After all my boasting that I wouldn't let her disappear, I remembered the moment she had given me Taizan, the tears she had cried then. Maybe that had been her way of saying goodbye. I had been fighting to save Haruna, to stop her from disappearing. I was... Haruna. Don't you dare touch Yamato-kun. Even after that incredible hit she had taken, she refused to give a single step. Haruna, I don't have long to explain, Yamato-kun. Set this in your system, please. If she hadn't come, I surely would have died. Even though I had promised to protect her. Even though I wanted to be her hero. That's amazing. How did you do it? Yeah, looks like my roommate Jack used his ninjutsu to disguise them. Oh, I see. It's so beautiful. I thought back to the class party we had planned together. Haruna had been so shocked by the sight. She was so lovely. Yeah. She really had been lovely. I could say it now. I realized it now. I had spent so much time thinking about Haruna, I drew my knees to my chest and buried my face in them. The skies and the clouds held no interest for me now. I was a husk. The husk of Yuki Yamato, the man who had tried to play hero.
Does my liege still lament the loss of Haruna Dono?
Yeah, Jack. Yeah, I still lament the loss of Haruna Dono. I promised her, and I promised her that I'd save her, and even at the cost of my life. We had this conversation many times. Jack had remained loyally by my side, trying to encourage me. But in the end, I couldn't save her. In the end, I had only my regrets.
My liege?
So I'm going to forget everything that Dengeki Stryker was. I don't have what it takes to be a superhero, okay? You should go back to America or Alaska or wherever it is you're from, and there's no more reason for you to stick by me. I can't do it.
I refuse. Return I shall not. My service to my liege is not yet complete.
Okay.
Verily, my liege needs time to rest until his wounded soul is healed. I shall strive to protect the town in his place. Thus, I shall leave patrol on my own.
Alright. As usual, he wasn't about to listen to me. Having said what he wanted to say, Jack disappeared on the wind, leaving me behind on my own. I closed my eyes. Once more I called up my memories of Haruna. Just then...
Hello, Yamato-kun.
Suddenly, there was an intrusive voice behind me.
Thanks to you, I safely retrieved the memories. Allow me, please, to congratulate you again on a job well done and in a timely fashion.
Get lost. Aw. I continued looking at the river, ignoring the voice. Today in the park, the children were playing superhero. One was wearing a scarf. On his arm were Stryker units made from cardboard. I knew the sort. It was ironic. The battle had caused a new boon in Dengeki Stryker's popularity. All the children were playing Stryker.
Stryker's here! Stryker's here! Prepare yourself, evildoer!
What a stupid game. I'll turn them into rotten adults. I spat out the self-depreciating words. Right. Becoming a superhero didn't solve anything. They should learn from my example. Just then.
Oh! That's not true.
I heard Haruna's voice in my ear. Obviously, it couldn't be her real voice. I had heard it many times before, and Haruna's voice, almost as if she were right beside me. It was just a hallucination of my lonely heart. Anytime I heard that voice, I would wander around town looking for her. And obviously, I never found her. It was just the memory collector, playing another rotten trick.
You love Stryker too, don't you?
Even so, I couldn't stop myself from replying. No, I hate Stryker. What's the point, when he can't even protect anyone?
You know that's not true. Stryker quietly watches over us all, doesn't he?
But he couldn't protect the girl he loved. He couldn't protect Haruna. After I said what we'd make memories together, I couldn't even keep that one little promise.
But, Yamato-kun, you did protect me.
Oh! Just then, I felt a soft hand on my shoulder.
If you've forgotten, then maybe I can make you remember. Oh, Haruna!
I let out a soft cry and turned. Before my eyes was the girl I thought had vanished forever.
Yamato-kun, it can't be. You're
a dream, a mirage. I stood there in a daze. The memory collector's voice sounded in my ear.
Well, you see, it occurred to me that this was maybe slightly my fault, for dropping the memories in the first place. So I thought, hey, I can be an upstanding guy, and maybe I owed you a little bonus. So, this is on the house. Yeah, of course.
So this is... Really?
I'm back. Yamato-kun?
My darling Dengeki Stryker. Haruna smiled at me. Haruna! Oh, I moved unthinkingly to my feet. I hugged the beautiful girl with all the strength I had. She was so warm, so soft, I had to make sure she was really real. Haruna! Haruna! I lifted Haruna up and spun her around and around. What's wrong? Yamete-kun? Are you crying? I'm not crying. You're crying. I'm a superhero. Superheroes never cry. As I spoke, I gently led her back onto the ground. Just as Haruna said, there were hot tears rolling down my cheeks. But somehow, I didn't mind. Hey, let's make some memories together from now on, okay? Yeah. No, of course, yeah. Yeah, we will. Haruna blushed and hugged me tightly. I deeply inhaled her fragrance. Our eyes met, and we kissed. I love you, Yamete-kun. As if to celebrate our embrace forever, a late rain of cherry blossoms blew past on the wind. Oh, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I'm so very happy. Oh my goodness, thank you for watching, everybody. This has been a crazy, crazy trip, and I've been really enjoying it. Thank you for watching. I understand that there's some other routes for this. I don't know if we're going to do them or not yet, but maybe. I have some other things we're going to do while I decide, and so until then, I'm going to let the credits roll, but thank you so much for watching, guys. Ciao, I love you. Good night.
Never give up, fight for the future.